What's good, YouTube? This is TK Natural, and I'm here for a little recap of this weekend. So, little update on the channel. Got a mic for sound issues. Should be a lot better. Should be a whole lot better. So, you guys let me know what you guys think, how it sounds. I can turn it up or down, however it is needed. I'm going to share this on Facebook real quick. Share it. Boom. Here we go. Cool. Got a couple viewers. You guys can post in the chat. Please let me know how everything's going, how everything sounds. All right, so now that I got a couple of people watching, I'll give you guys a little recap of this game. Hold on first. Health is wealth in 2020. Water. So we played the Gladiators this Saturday at Mills High School, 2 o'clock, and we won 20-0. They had plenty of opportunities to score in the red zone and just score in general because in comparison to last week, we had the ball twice in the second half. This time, I think we had the ball 4 times in the second half. So we had twice as many possessions, which was pretty imperative. But our defense was not at full strength, but we had more than what we had last week, and it was apparent. Shout out to the Gladiators. They came out, 30 guys, 40 guys, whatever it was, and they just got beat. I know they said they didn't have some of their linemen and their quarterback, but that's a part of the game, man. You can only play with who you have. We were missing several people as well. It's preseason. It doesn't matter. It gives you a look. They have a weapon in Ja'Kalen Jackson. He had probably 80 yards receiving in the first half on 5 catches, but we had a scary moment there for a minute when he got flipped. He went there to catch the ball, and there were 3 guys, and I mean, even if they wouldn't have touched him, he was still flying. But he ended up being okay. But he had a lot of yards in that first half. Second half, I think we changed our coverage, changed our defense a little bit, and they didn't score, so. Now that's not from a lack of trying because our offense kept giving them opportunities, which is unacceptable. But I mean, 20-0, what can you say? Defense, thank you, Zachilles. I appreciate you for leaving a comment on the stream. But here's what I really want to talk about now that I got a little live stream going. We absolutely got to get this down where we can stream the games. I got to get a certain amount of subscribers before I can link my camera into my laptop and stream. But I can stream off of my computer, which, better than nothing. And I'm still going to come for the channel. I'm working on doing a Monday, Wednesday, Friday video. It'll be recaps, previews, and then I'll do interviews on the Wednesday. Now, anybody that's interested in getting interviewed, you got to inbox me, one, and you've got to be willing to meet with me because Wednesday is my only day where I have free to record, or Tuesday. So you just got to let me know, and I've got like 25 people in my inbox. So don't be discouraged. It's just, who's going to have the best story. A little more on the game. The Gladiators, their defensive line was giving us fits in the second half. We've got to do a lot better of protecting our quarterback. But when it came to running the ball, we could run whatever we wanted. We ran inside, outside, jets. Now they're a tough defense, but like I said, man, the best team won. And, we came into the game really prepared. Maybe defensively we had some lapses, but that was because they have good ball players, not because we're not. I think we understand as a team that we're going to play with some really good receivers this year and some really good running backs and some really good quarterbacks. And we have the fortitude on our defense and on our team to know that it's a bend, don't break situation. If people try to break our will, it's not gonna happen. Hold on, I got people on the page. It's saying you took it down. Terry Smith, try it again. To my channel. Boom. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. So in the comments, if you guys want to ask me anything about the league, anything about any teams, because I've reached out to a lot of different people. Well, people have reached out to me and told me information about the teams, players, opinions of other teams, who they think is going to be at the top, who's not. But I'm willing to do a live stream once a week if this is marked for not kids, so I can curse, I can talk crap. Whereas the other videos are more for the masses. Now this is a video anybody can view, but you have to be 18. So my question number one. Who are the Bolts going to play next week? Bobo, if you're out there, comment in the comments section. Let me know what you think, because I understand why the Gladiators wouldn't want to play 3 games 3 weeks in a row whenever they clearly have stuff to work on. Like if they would have just smoked us, then they would know, okay, no matter if we have starters or backups, we're going to win. It's like, well, we're averaging 20 points in the preseason, and historically, everyone says our offense is stagnant. We suck offensively. Well, if you ask me, in the first 3 games, we had 3 newcomers score: Braylon, Bobo, and Justice. Well, after that, this last game, we had 3 old heads score: D-Rob, Kelly Brew, and Possum. So how do you want us to hit you? Offensively. Defensively, we have people that are here to play ball, bro. We have people that know football, and we have great coaches on this team. I'm the worst coach on the team, and I'm not a bad coach. So you take that for whatever you will. Reggie, Jermaine, they put together a great program. We have great support cast, people that, take pictures. We've got we're building an organization, not just a team. And I don't think a lot of semi-pro teams know that. They want to sell. And this isn't a shot at anybody here, because I've seen it from California to Texas to Florida to Detroit, New York, all of those teams. There are a lot of teams that just want to say, they can do this and that, but they actually can't. Must have. I've got 6 viewers, and I've got people telling me they can't see it. I don't know. But yeah, man, we've got a lot that we've got to work on, especially offensively. We're just beginning. We're not even a tenth of the way of where we want to be. but it's a long season. Offensively, we have two great quarterbacks. We played back-to-back weeks, and we scored 18 and 20 points and really 28 points, but we had a touchdown called back in the last minute, which we had a guy that blocked in the back, and it was apparent it wasn't even necessary. But let me see. I got a list of stuff that I want to talk about. So here is what my plan is for the channel. I'm going to do every week, I'm going to try to do a different type of video if I don't get a recap in. Like if teams aren't playing, so if your team's playing, you need to hit me up. You need to give me some information on your team, the team you're playing, and it doesn't have to be an interview, but I need some information so I can cover the game and give an adequate prediction, because my predictions so far have been pretty close. Also, I'm pretty non-biased, minus, if you play us. So I don't care if you're an Oklahoma team, if you're a Kansas team, a Texas team, Arkansas team. I've had plenty of people from somebody from the APDFL hit me up, asked me if I would cover their team. I was like, I live in Arkansas. Let's see. Gators versus Hawks will be good. Red Foreman for president. I'm looking forward to it. What day is that? I think that's week 5. So a little bit about the Gators. Great organization. Carson Smallwood, all those guys have a lot of stuff going on over there. People throw a lot of shade. Whether or not it's deserving, it's not up to me. But I can tell you this thing. You wouldn't be talking about them if they weren't important to the community of semi-pro, especially here in the 4 States Football League. So, man, let's see. Defensively, who got the turnover chain first? Hollywood, one of our linebackers, started off with a fumble recovery, I believe. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you guys can get more content. The more likes I get, the more subscriptions I get, the more I'll do. Let's see. Raheem Leverett had an interception. Let's see. Should have had 2, but Ja'Kalen Jackson made one heck of a play on a ball. And, man, we have a high expectation for our defensive backs. Especially with the receivers that they have to practice against and the receivers that we know are in this league. There's a lot of really awesome receivers in this league, and I don't think most of the DBs around here are used to offensive lines just giving them forever. Well, I mean, it's coming. Semi-pro's only going to get better. It doesn't matter whether or not you have 30 people or 100 people on your team, or if you have to cut 50 people to get to whatever the league minimum is. You got to realize that people are coming. The competition in this league from top to bottom, like Arkansas alone, we have the Gladiators. We have, just in the 4 States League, we have the Generals, which from everything I'm told, they're going to have a lot of really great former battle players. They're going to have guys that are coming from that Tri-City team. They're going to have, a big offensive line. And up there, it's a football breeding ground because there's so many guys that have played football that know football, But we've got the Ducks, who formerly the Eagles, I could tell a whole story about the history of Central Arkansas football alone. I know everybody else has stories, OKC and the Diamondbacks and the whatever. But in the last 5 years since I've been in semi-pro here in Arkansas, the landscape has changed. The 3 main teams 5 years ago are not the 3 main teams. everybody in this group knows who the Arkansas Extra are. Not that they're a bad team, but they're not in this league, so we don't hear about them. The Jonesboro Gladiators, people don't know about them because they haven't heard about them. They're a new team. But who knew about the Arkansas Nightmare in Northwest Arkansas? Who knew about the Arkansas Gators in Northwest Arkansas? Basically the same team in the GDFL, let alone Joplin's finally playing in the GDFL schedule. How is that going to affect their schedule at the end of the season? You know, we play them in the first 5 weeks. And if we see them in the playoffs, it might be a completely different team. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but stuff like that's going to happen because it's semi-pro. I mean, honestly, man, it should be an exciting year for everybody in the Four States Football League. Like I told everybody before, don't forget to like the video and maybe leave a comment. If you have something to say, something to ask about, you want to talk some crap, this video is marked for 18 years or older. Maybe I would love to do a talk video and actually live stream talk about who should be the MVP, who the preseason All-Americans are, and who's just a T-shirt All-American, guys who are great in practice. But when it comes down to game time, it's not going to matter. You know, I just want to know, you know, who's going to come out of this Arkansas, because from what I understand, there's 8 playoff spots this year. So that means 5 teams aren't making the playoffs. It's not the top 2 in each division, because like the Muskogee got left out of the playoffs last year, even though they had the same record as Tri-City. But that, like, this year it's going to be based off of record, and it's going to be more traveling, and teams are going to have to, like, last year both Arkansas teams would have had to travel coming out, which we probably barely would have made the playoffs, let alone been able to host a playoff game, even though we had the same record as the Bolts and the tiebreaker, you know. But that's last year. As far as this year, who knows, man? Bears are the favorites to win it. But the Generals, Joplin, the Ravens, Tulsa, the Monstars. I mean, even us and the Bolts are, I guess, outside shot to win it. But we know that when you play us, you're gonna feel it the next day. We know that you're gonna have to watch some kind of film on us, because if you don't, we're gonna throw stuff at you that might throw you for a loop. We know that defensively we're gonna play hard. We just have to capitalize on our turnovers, man, and not give the ball away ourselves. But I'm just about 20 minutes, man. I think I'm going to end it for this. I know this live stream wasn't super amazing, but it was just a test. I'll have another video out for you guys tomorrow I'll be recording tomorrow. I might have one out for you tomorrow with a more official recap. But thanks everybody for coming. It's TK Natural. Peace out.